What's going on, family? Look, man, I hope y'all are well, man. I hope y'all been being great today. Man, today I am excited today because I got a good word for y'all today, man. Look, and you know why I'm excited today? You know why, Josh? Y'all don't know. I thought I would tell you anyway. Glory! Ha! Look, I'm excited because today I am starting my very own brand new Monday motivation series calling Where That Faith Though? Where That Faith Though? Where That Faith Though? Hey, where that faith though? Yeah, y'all ain't ready for that. But look, yeah, you're right. You heard it right. I am starting a Monday motivation series starting today. Now, before you ask how long the series is, I don't know how long it's going to be, just to be honest with you. But I feel like God is giving me words that I feel like are going to bless you, right? So all I'm asking, y'all just roll with me these next few weeks, right? If you start today, roll with me these next few weeks. Just give me a few minutes of your day every day. I promise you will not regret it, because this series is going to be made to build up your faith, encourage you, and also challenge your faith. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just going to do that for you. It's going to do that for me as well. You know, like I wouldn't be preaching about something that I haven't been through or that I'm not experiencing right now at this moment. You know what I'm saying? You know, because sometimes it's hard for us to be in faith when we don't see the results of what's going on, you know, or we don't see God is working. But I just want to assure you and encourage you and let you know that God is in the midst of this that we're going through right now. And what better time to encourage people's faith than right now in the middle of a pandemic? You know what I'm saying? If it was something that we've never been through, right? So guys, all I'm asking, man, just roll with me these next few weeks. I promise you, if you roll with me, you're going to get something out of it. And I'm even going to get something out of this as well, because I'm going to look back at these messages and I'll be encouraged. And that's what's so amazing about it is, you know, sometimes when I look back at some of the videos and messages I've posted, you know, it encourages me. That's how I know God used me for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's amazing when God can use your own word to encourage yourself. You know, sometimes you got to encourage yourself. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's get started, man. Oh, and let me also say why I'm calling it Where That Faith Though, right? So just real quick, right? So I don't know if y'all, I know a lot of y'all know who Lil Duval is, but it's a saying he says. He be like, what that mouth do. It's not a good saying. I don't recommend saying that saying, unless you're married or something. But he says that saying, and I just took it, and I said, you know what? I like that saying. I ain't gonna say I like the saying, but I like how he said it. So I said, you know what? Let me change that saying up a little bit and be like, where that faith though? Where that faith though? You know what I'm saying? Because that's the question I want you to be able to answer. Where is my faith then? Is my faith in God, or is my faith in something else? Is my faith in God, or is my faith in my car? Or is my faith in my family? Is my faith in my people? Is my faith in money? You know, that's what we're going to be going through these next few weeks. What is your faith truly in, and is your faith showing? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the first point, right, I'm going to make in just a second, but let me read the scripture, right? Hebrews 11, 1-3, which it says, now faith is the confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. This is what the ancients were commanded for. By faith, we understand that the universe was formed at God's command, so that what is seen was not made out of what was visible, right? So faith, pretty much you cannot see, right? And then I got a definition of faith as well, right? Faith is complete trust or confidence in someone or something. So pretty much what I just said out of the thing, you know, faith, right? Faith you cannot see. That's my first point. You cannot see faith. Now, Josh, what does that mean, right? How do people know I'm in faith, right? I'm gonna let you know in just a second, but just roll with me on that one. Faith you cannot see, right? Because faith is something that is inside of you, right? But you see, that's how God works. That's how God works. He works on the inside of you, right? He works on the inside of you, and he builds you up, right? Like through trials, through tribulations, through things. You know, that's how he builds your faith. You know what I'm saying? But it's up to you to let him do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what faith is. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. So that means you're hoping for a better change. You're hoping that the world gets better. You're hoping that things get better, which I think that's what we're all hoping for right now at this moment, that things will get better. But that's why we have to have faith. Somebody say faith. Woo! All right. And, you know, also in Corinthians 5:7, it says, you know, just as it says, we walk by faith, not by sight. Right? So that's what I'm saying. You got to walk by faith, not by sight, because you cannot see faith. Right? And this is the bonus point right here. Well, I'll tell that later. Right? I'm just going to my next one, right? So, you know, just with that definition I said, complete trust or confidence in someone or something. So what does that also tell me, Josh? Let me tell you, right? It tells me that you can have faith in other things. So my question is, what is your faith in? Is your faith truly in God, or is your faith in the people of this world? Or is your faith in your car, or, you know, something else? And let me also note this, right? Anything that takes God's place is anything that you got more faith in is taking God's place. Okay? Anything that you got more faith in is taking God's place. So it's important that your faith is truly and fully in God. Because if your faith is not in God, you will be disappointed. You will find yourself in a hard life, and you'll be like, okay, God, I got my faith. You got to have your faith in God. That's what I'm trying to say. Your faith needs to be in God. You cannot have faith in other things, right? And you may be like, okay, Josh, I got faith in God, so how will other people know? I'm so glad you asked. Let me tell you, right? So faith without works is dead. That's my third point. Faith without works is dead, right? Now, what does that mean, right? So this is what I want to ask you. I want to ask you just one question. When you heard about this pandemic, what was the first thing you did? Did you pray or did you panic? Did you pray or did you watch the news? Did you pray or did you go complain to people about this pandemic, about how we all going to be out of work for a little bit, or this and that, or the government talking about this, the government talking about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I need you to understand, when you look at those things are building your faith, okay? Like, when you look at those things, they build your faith. That's why you have to be very careful what you watch, what you see, what you listen to. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm going to just be honest with y'all, man. I listen to a lot of gospel music, right? I listen to a lot of gospel music. I watch sermons. Well, I'm just getting back into the groove of watching sermons. I also read books. Like Josh never would have thought 10 years ago I'd be reading books. Because, when I was in I ain't never gonna lie to you, in high school, I didn't really like reading like that. But, now I'm at a point where I'm getting into reading because I'm getting into some of these pastors that are out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just got this wonderful book by Pastor Michael Todd, right? Relationship Goals, right? Y'all should go get it. I haven't read all of it yet, but I'm about to dig into it today. But I say that to say, like, reading is essential. I've learned that reading is essential. And, not just the Bible, but it's also good to build, to read things of people that are in faith, right? Because faith has friends, okay? That's a bonus point too, but faith has friends, right? You know what I'm saying? But just like I said, faith without works is there, right? So I'm going to give you an example. Like, say you have faith that your coworkers are going to be nicer. Or that say you go to work and you say your coworkers are mean and this and that, right? So, sometimes we like to call it like we see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, or when we go to church or when we go to work, we be like, oh, all those people are mean, right? But the thing is, you can't put your faith in people. Your faith needs to be in God. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you go to work and you be like, oh, the coworkers are mean, they bad, you calling it like you see it. But faith is assurance of things hoped for. So that means you should be hoping that they're going to be nicer one day, that God will come into their heart. You know what I'm saying? But really, in reality, I want you to think of it this way, right? Maybe God placed you there so that he could use you to be a witness of his glory and change their heart. Because sometimes God won't just change their heart right away. Sometimes he'll give you a change of heart and he'll use you for his glorious plan. And that's usually how it goes, that's how it goes. But you got to be willing to let God use you and be in faith, believing that one day these people might not believe in you right now, God, but one day they will. These people might not be nice to me today, but one day they will. And if they're not nice to you, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we got to have faith, like what Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had when they were, I hope I said the names right, when they were in the furnace. Okay? Like, I'm not going to go into the story into too much detail, but long story short, the king Nebuchadnezzar threw them in the furnace because they didn't want to worship Nebuchadnezzar's God, right? But when they went into the furnace, scripture says that there was a fourth person in the furnace with them. It was God with them in the furnace. You know what I'm saying? So we got to have, and one thing that they said as well, it said that God will deliver us from this furnace, but even if he doesn't, we will still have faith. We got to have faith like that no matter what happens in the world, no matter if we're in the middle of a pandemic, a financial crisis, or anything we're going through, we will still have faith in God. So my question is, what is your faith really in? Is your faith shown by your actions to other people? Do people know you're in faith by the way you carry yourself, by the way you treat people, by the way you love people? That's touching somebody right there. But you know what I'm saying? We have to start. We can't just be saying, it's not just enough to just say we are Christians and that we are in faith. We got to show that by our actions, by our love, by the way we treat people, by the way we carry ourselves in the middle of things like this going on. Like, right now is the time for Christians to stand up right now. Y'all may not understand that, but now is the time for Christians to stand up and be in faith and trust God, believing that he will get us through this the way he sees fit. So my question is, where that faith at today? Where is your faith in today? Is your faith truly in God, or is your faith in something else? So I got one more definition I want to read to y'all real quick, man. And I got this from Pastor Tony Evans at church. I think his church is in Oak Bible Fellowship in Dallas, Texas. And he says this: faith is acting like something is so, even when it is not so, in order that it might be so, simply because God said so. Are we carrying ourselves like what God said was going to happen is going to happen? Or are we not in faith about it? You know what I'm saying? So really my encouragement to you all today, man, is just be in faith, trusting that God is with you, that he will never leave you nor forsake you. And the truth is, guys, sometimes faith doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to be in faith, but the thing is, it doesn't have to make sense. That may sound crazy to some of y'all, but sometimes it doesn't have to make sense. You just have to believe in God and trust in God and know that regardless of what's going on in the world, He is always with you. All right, guys, well, look, that's all I got to say, man. You know, I love each and every one of y'all, man. Y'all be blessed, man. And look, where that faith, though? We're going to be rolling these next few weeks. I just need y'all to roll me, man. Yeah. Where that faith go? Yeah. Love y'all.